Welcome to another episode of Searching for McGuffin with your host, George.
Link.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's weird not being the last one.
It's me, Gabriel.
Oh,
Yeah.
You gotta do it in a Gabriel accent.
That's
though.
right. What's the Gabriel accent?
It's me, a Gabriel.
Slightly Italian.
Like, not enough to be offensive, but just the right amount to communicate Italian. Yeah. All right. We got a special guest with us today for a very special topic. How do we introduce him?
Hello.
I'm Nick.
That's
Yeah.
right. He's Nick.
Also known as.
It's me, Mario. MarioMaxx, yeah.
That's true,
There you
yes.
go.
You were on the show previously. We had you last season, and we did a deep dive.
Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
And actually, Gabe wasn't on that episode either.
Yeah, well, I think Gabe must hate you.
No, I am Gabriel. That's the
Oh,
thing.
I've never seen. I don't think I've seen them
Together?
together. Yeah, all at once.
You're right. Maybe Nick is Gabriel.
I'm
Maybe.
saying.
Gabe is MarioMaxx.
Gabe, oh, yeah.
So, what better topic than this week's topic to invite you to have a conversation? We recently saw a film. I mean, I saw it. You saw it.
Yeah.
I think you watched it 4 or 5 times.
I watched it twice.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch it a third time tonight.
He's going to
probably.
watch it tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna watch it a 4th time this week, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. And that film is a very special film.
That is the Super Mario movie. By the way, your A-list is just going to be Mario.
And
For the
Luigi
week.
Mario.
And Luigi Mario.
Mario,
yeah.
Mario, and Luigi Mario.
So this week we're talking about the Super Mario movie that came out a week ago, right? About a week ago? I don't know how
No.
to-
By the time this airs, because of time travel, it would have been about a week and a half.
A
Yeah,
week and a
like
half? All right, cool. We gave you guys enough time to watch it.
That's right.
And if you haven't done it, what are you doing with your life?
Seriously,
For real.
What's are you doing with your life?
we've watched it several times at this point. Probably that's
Yeah.
not a promise, but
Yeah, Nicholas is single-handedly funding the whole movie.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm getting this movie to 1 billion just all by myself.
That's his goal.
that's all right.
Go.
Cue the "All by Myself" song in the background. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're not actually gonna play it for copyright reasons.
Oh,
so-
well, no, we can. Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think you can sing
We
it
can edit. Oh,
in parody, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we
we
can.
can put it
play.
on TikTok.
Yeah. We can
Yeah,
put it
that's-
on
That's
TikTok.
why I was pausing.
Oh, that's fair.
Although our TikTok is what do you call it? A business?
Oh, at that abysmal.
A business?
Abysmal.
It's also abysmal. It's also, yeah. It's a business, so we don't get to play some of those songs.
Oh yeah, then maybe we should switch it.
to.
You can, right? You can switch.
I don't know how. That's not me.
Oh, okay. We'll talk to social media.
Talk to social media queen Leanne. All right, so we are all here because we're talking about the Super Mario movie.
And there will be spoilers, but not just yet. We're gonna get a little bit into Mario first before, so let's remember to
Yes,
give them
we'll
a little
give
warning.
you a little warning if you haven't watched it. But if you have not, if you haven't watched it, skip it. But like I said, you need to watch this movie. This movie's fantastic.
You should have watched it already.
should have watched
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
unless you live in Japan or it's not out yet.
Is
for
that
some
What?
reason.
Is that real?
It comes out like the 28th.
The 28th.
Oh,
And then I don't
does
know what.
Miyamoto love us more than his own people?
I don't know.
Maybe they didn't get like a
Probably.
Japanese guy to be Italian. Maybe they only have Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt doing it in Japanese.
Oh, he's learning Japanese. It's taking
but
him a
he's
while.
doing it in an Italian New York,
Yeah.
Italian American accent.
No, he's doing it as a Japanese person pretending to be Chris Pratt.
Oh wow,
It's a me, Chris Pratt.
there you go. So we all here have a special relationship with Mario, right? We've all played the video games. We all love the franchise. So I have a quick question for you guys. What was the first Mario game that you've ever played? Start off with George, since you're.
Mario Odyssey. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I believed it for a
I
second.
believe- I
for
believed it
some
for a
reason.
second.
I don't know why.
Somehow
Yeah,
you've seen me play
yeah.
other Mario games. My first one that I like sat down and really played, because I want to say that I have like a distant memory of getting my hands on the original Mario Brothers, but Super Mario World. The Super Nintendo was the first console I ever owned, and it came packed in with Super Mario World, and I played it to death, to completion and beyond. So
And you still play it, right?
I do. I play it every year. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times throughout the years that we've been doing this show. Is that crazy? The years that we've been doing this show. Yeah, I play it once a year. It takes me a few hours, usually one sitting or over a couple of days.
Yeah. I think for me, I think I was going to say Super Mario 64. But then I realized before I got the game, my father gifted me a NES.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a hand-me-down NES?
Yeah,
Like it was
hand-me-down.
older?
Yeah, older. And the only game he gave me was a Super Mario game.
Yeah.
And I played it, and I think I was 5 or 6, and I played as much as I could. It's hard. It's a hard game for a 5 or 6 year old.
Yeah.
And I remember I reached to the 8th level, right? The 8th, and I didn't know that there was a pattern until my older brother, who beat the game when he was young, he told me about the pattern. He did it for me, and I was just amazed because, like, how'd you figure this out?
Just memorization.
Right? But still, how'd you figure that out? Because you continue going.
It's just
like,
trial and error. It's just like brute force. Like you go over, okay, I got through this part, I died. Do that again. Okay, I got the next part, I died. Do it again.
Yeah, I couldn't do that as a 6 or 7 or 8.
Well, there's still games like that now. Like I know, like Cuphead, for example, you have to remember the sequences. I was so excited when I got the game, and I was just like, no, I can't. So I hired like 2 students to just play it in front of me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you extra credit that?
Yeah, I did extra credit. Absolutely, it's coming. All right, final grade.
There you go. No, that's how it is when playing these Castlevania, Metroid games, right? You just
they're
have
hard
to figure
for me,
out the pattern. Yeah, I didn't get to beat Metroid Dread. I was enjoying it, but I just stopped playing it, and then I'm like, I can't go back.
Did you get stuck, or you just?
No, I just.
Was it grueling? Is it?
It's a little bit complicated, yeah. But I was enjoying the heck out of it.
That's the thing too. That I think those games are great, but I'm just not super good at them. And
no, this game was amazing.
I don't like getting stressed when I play.
But that was my first experience with Mario franchise. But I remember like the game that became mine, the Mario game that became mine, the one that I owned was Super Mario 64, and with those
that's a great one.
New graphics, that I was enjoying it. What about you, Nick?
So my first Mario game, between 2 of them, they're both not like traditional Mario games. They're like spin-offs. So
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first memory was with Mario Kart for the DS.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count as a
That's
Mario
not a
game.
Mario
Okay.
game.
Then the other one, Mario Party Advance
What
for
that
the Game
counts?
Boy.
That counts less.
Okay. My first like traditional like Mario game was New Super Mario Bros for the DS.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being my first.
I don't even know which one that is.
It's the one for the DS.
Yeah.
I don't remember what's the one.
So New Super Mario Brothers for Wii and the DS were like a companion pieces, right?
Oh, okay. Now I know which one you're talking about.
So it was just they brought back the 2D side-scrolling formula. It had been gone for a while, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it was that's why it was called the New Super Mario Brothers, because they're finally going back to that old formula. Which is interesting, going back to your selection, Link. That jump to the 3D world was very jarring for me on Mario 64. Because I had spent so much time with the 2D Mario. It was like learning to walk again.
But was it beautiful?
It was beautiful. It was amazing. And it took me a long time to beat that game. In fact, I got the 64 for Christmas, but there were no games available anywhere. So I just stared at the box for like a day or two. And then my father drove me an hour and a half to buy Super Mario 64. So I really, really appreciated that, because it was like a 3-hour drive going back and forth. And I had a friend who their father told her that she couldn't buy a second game for her Nintendo 64 until she maxed 100% completed Mario. She needed to get every single star, or she would never be able to buy another game.
That's a good father right there.
That's a really good father.
Let me tell you what's the problem with this generation. The Generation Z, millennials, you know what your problem is? You guys don't finish your games. As a result, that's why we're in this big mess, right? That's why you have your student debt, because you don't finish your games. That's why you can't buy houses, because you don't finish your game.
You just admitted that you haven't finished Metroid Dread.
And that's why I have student debt. That's why I can't buy a house. I'm part of the problem, not the solution.
Yeah, you haven't finished Arceus, right? Scarlet and Violet.
You haven't finished Arceus either.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining about Gen Z. I have not finished Arceus. I will have it done by the end of summer.
But that's a great father right there. That's what every father... That's eventually my mentality. Like, like I don't buy a new game until I complete one. Yeah. With the exception of Pokemon.
Because it's hard to get through them, with the exception of Arceus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're all terrible except for Arceus, and then you pretend like they're good, but you don't finish them anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about the grind at the beginning, and after that, once my Pokemons are powerful, what's the point?
Yeah, it's not the engaging story for sure.
Exactly. But yes. So, N64.
Well, you said New Mario Brothers
Mario
U,
Bros. Yeah.
which yeah.
What did you say? Mario Bros. U?
Yeah. Oh no,
That's
that was
also
the
one.
that was the sequel. That's
That
right.
was the.
You know, they all bleed to
Yeah.
me because I love those games to death, but I felt like they started just pumping them out,
Yeah.
and it was like I can't tell the difference between you, like New Mario
Yeah.
Brothers, and you.
Yeah, I think the only one that stands out to me for the Wii is Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Mario Galaxy is the only one that stands out to me. And then for the Switch, obviously Odyssey.
But I actually think Galaxy 2 is my favorite game. I think it's better than Odyssey as
Oh, yeah?
much as I love Odyssey.
Oh,
yeah.
same. That's my favorite game too.
That's your favorite? Both of them?
Galaxy
favorite
1
Mario
or
game?
2, because like they're both the same for me.
No, they're not the same for me. Galaxy 2 was a huge upgrade to like I had qualms with 1, especially like the second player because I play a lot of games with my wife, even if the second player mode is easy, like it always is on Nintendo games. But for 2, they actually gave you something to do a little bit more. And I also felt like 1 had everything. I'm sorry, 2 had everything 1 had, and then it just expanded upon it.
Mm.
And Luigi's in which one?
He's in both.
He's in both, but you have to like get all the way to, like you have to be done with the game before you get Luigi
Yeah.
right in the first one. So it was like, now I have Luigi. What am I supposed to do? Play the game all over
Yeah.
again from the beginning? So
So both of your favorite ones are Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
2 and 1 and 2.
2. No, he said 1. No.
1?
You-
Well,
yeah, we're
I mean, I
fighting.
said both. but
No,
like-
you prefer 1. That's it. I've decided.
Okay.
Okay.
I,
I
I
think
prefer 1, I guess.
my favorite one is Mario Odyssey because I believe that's the only one that I've actually gotten to beat by
Really?
myself. Yeah, Mario 64. I was too young, so I played it. So it's the first one, but I didn't get to beat it. And then Galaxy, I watched you and my sister play it, and I thought that's good enough for me. I don't need to play it. I
Mhm.
watched it, but it wasn't until Odyssey when I bought it and I played it, and I love that game. I think it's adorable.
But did you get all 800?
Yeah, did you beat it or did you-
moons,
yeah.
No, I didn't do
however
all
much?
that stuff, no.
yeah, me
Okay,
neither.
So
I don't do complete Mario games. I will not do completions.
Okay, so you know what? And I'm just figuring this out now, having this conversation. I had this argument with a friend the other day because she said that she knows how far she's in a game based on the completion. And I'm like, I don't do completion on games. I have too many games to go 100% on
Yeah,
every
yeah, for
game that I
sure.
play. But now that we're talking about it, like I 100% at 64. I 100% Galaxy 1 and 2. These Mario games are some of the few games that I definitely 100%. I don't think I 100% Odyssey. I'd have to go back and look, but I got pretty far.
Mm.
It's just a lot.
It's a
So-
lot, yeah.
So those are the kind of games that I keep playing even after I'm done with them.
Oh yeah, I also like the customization in Mario Odyssey. You know, being able
Yeah.
to change your character,
Wear a poncho.
wear a poncho, be in your swimsuit, and then realizing that Mario doesn't have chest hair, which is confusing.
Or does he have nipples?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does,
Oh,
but
okay.
no chest
There's
hair.
a speedrun category. There's an official speedrun category called nipple percent. You basically try to get the swimsuit outfit for Mario and wear it as fast as possible.
And then you just wear it for the whole game?
And that's it.
Oh, that's it.
You beat the game once you
Once
wear the
you-
outfit.
Okay.
That's why it's called
Oh,
nipple percent.
Nipple
Yeah.
percent.
I think the world record's like 7 minutes or something, or like under 7 minutes, something like that.
Most people really like Mario's nipples, huh?
Okay.
It's just the meme.
I was just confused. Like I remember seeing that he didn't have chest hair, and that's what bothered me. Like, how does Mario not have chest hair?
He
Like,
shaves, man. He waxes,
He
actually.
waxes.
He waxes. Mario's a wax guy.
That makes sense because he
It's
looks
Peach.
like he's a hairy man. You get me? He has hair on his back, hair on his chest.
No.
arms.
He only has peach fuzz.
Good.
Ahaha.
Mm.
Ahaha.
That's good. Good one.
Mm.
But yeah, it's so we're talking about favorite Mario games. What about characters? Which is your? Do you guys have a favorite Mario character?
Yeah, I guess Luigi.
Oh, that's mine as well.
Yeah, I mean Luigi's Mansion was always like my favorite game.
I want to play all the Luigi's Mansions. I've only played the one for the Switch. I loved it. Thought it was too short, but I loved it, and I want to go
It's
back
not
to playing
that
the other
much
one.
shorter than like Odyssey's main story.
I don't remember. I,
They're,
thought it was
it's like
I
10,
thought both games were short. I
yeah, they
expected
are both
more.
good. Yeah. But yeah, they're about 10 apiece. I think Odyssey might be 13, 10, 13.
I think that's what I didn't like because that year Odyssey and Legend of Breath of the Wild came out, and I loved both games. And to me, just the cuteness, because of the cuteness factor, Odyssey would have been my favorite game of the year that year. but because it was too short,
Yeah.
I gave it to Breath of the Wild because it took me hours to beat that game.
Well, I honestly appreciated Mario being so short because I needed to go back and sink in 250 hours into Legend of Zelda. So I've got like 30 plus hours in Mario, and I have like 250 plus on Legend of Zelda. So I don't know what I would have done with my life with those two games at the same time in the same year.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah. Well, no, I did it,
Yeah.
but imagine if it was another like 200 hours.
No, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
I wouldn't have been able to
I
handle
wanted
it.
more.
Mario games usually aren't that long though.
And I think that's my main complaint about Mario games, that they're not that long. I wish they were longer and a little bit more challenging.
Yeah. That's well, but I mean, they're for kids.
They
though.
are for kids, but they weren't for kids. I mean, like the original ones are a lot harder.
But I think it's just the technology back then. Hard is the only way they could have made games. A lot of people
Makes sense.
like nostalgia, like, oh, games used to be harder. Yeah, there was no other way. Like there was very little to help you. You know what I mean? And the technology was limited, so like level design just had to be difficult inherently. That's why every game was difficult. Like I remember getting stuck on like TMNT or Cliffhanger or RoboCop, whatever it is. Every game was hard. Why? Because just games were hard. That was the genre.
Interesting. Good to know.
Yeah.
So favorite characters, Luigi. Mine is also Luigi. I think Luigi.
Really?
Yeah.
Luigi Max.
Oh,
I don't know
can
why.
that be my name?
I don't know
You
why I
guys
call-
could stream
Let's
together.
stream together. What about you, George? You have
Super
a favorite?
Mario Max Brothers.
Do you have a
I like
favorite
to
Mario
tend.
character?
Yeah, I tend to gravitate towards the villains. So I like Birdo.
Birdo?
Because he or she is very progressive. And I like Waluigi because I hated the idea of Waluigi at first. I was like, another Wario clone, like a Luigi clone.
Yeah.
But then when I started playing the Mario sports games, he does things like the Waluigi, like RVD.
Yeah.
And he does the crotch chops. And I'm like,
Suck it?
yeah. And I'm like,
Isn't
Walu.
it- I thought it was a children's game.
Yeah. But he just goes, Waluigi.
Yeah, but it's
What an
Waluigi.
anarchist. He doesn't care, right?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's
So,
Waluigi.
yeah, so Waluigi is edgy, and Waluigi is a pro wrestling fan, and Waluigi has a personality of his own. So I think I'm going with Waluigi.
Luigi, that's a good
But he's not in Smash.
He's not
At
in
least-
Smash.
At least not playable.
Yeah, were you one of those people that was rooting for Waluigi to be in Smash? 'Cause-
No, because I was one of those people that looked at every reveal, like when they would tell you what items were in the game or whatever. So once they showed that Waluigi was an assist trophy,
Yeah.
I was like, he's not gonna be in the game, guys. He's like, I just made my peace with it. I would love anyone to be added to the roster,
Yeah.
but I didn't like. Oh no, how could they not? It's not like a great travesty. Like there's already a lot of Mario characters.
You know what
But there's a lot of Fire Emblem characters. Whatever.
There's
I
too
love
many.
Fire Emblem is one of my favorite franchises.
Yeah.
So
I like-
because of Smash, not because of the Fire Emblem games.
Oh.
Like I love all the sword fighters in Smash. So
You know, you were talking about Birdo, right? It being one of your favorite villains.
yeah,
I just found out that Birdo is a LGBTQT icon
yeah, that's what I said about. That's what I was kind of hinting at.
because
At he or she being progressive.
being trans.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know that.
it's
I
in
thought she was a
Wait,
woman
Yeah.
that-
what?
was she a man?
No, so
originally.
the manual for the Nintendo game, well, what is it, Super Mario Brothers 2,
yeah.
right? Says that he thinks he's a girl, right? And I believe and then that would evolve over time. They removed it, I think, later on, and then it evolves over time where he transitioned to the other gender. And I mean, because Birdo is an amphibious animal, it's kind of like some frogs change sex
Okay.
biologically, so it like that's what it is, and so it's like creating a character around that kind of like thing that occurs in nature. But I know there's like a wacky Japanese game, Captain something or other, Nintendo or something.
Captain New Japan.
No, not that one. But where they like do like where Birdo's not allowed to like use the restroom, and you have to go like on a mission to like
Use the restroom.
give rights to Birdo. Yeah.
Oh, that.
Oh, what? I
Wait, I
want
wanna
to
play that game.
Yeah, that's like fun. All right, you got to stream that game once you find it.
I think it's for the Wii, and it was
Oh, it's-
Japan only.
Oh.
So.
Oh,
I gotta
Well,
go to Japan.
Or you maybe you
you
can
can
emulate it. Yeah.
with translation.
Okay.
Emulation.
That's funny. All All right, so now that we're done with this, talking a little bit about history with Mario franchise, let's talk about the movie, right? The Super Mario movie. Overall thoughts on it. What did you enjoy? What didn't you like? Let's hear it.
It was the movie of all time.
It was a movie of all time. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Captain Rainbow, by the way, the game.
Captain Rainbow? Oh, gotta go play that
Just
game.
to add to the controversy. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
No, yeah, so what were your overall thoughts on the Super Mario movie?
He said it was the movie of all time. Does that just mean it was a movie or that it was the greatest one?
It was the greatest one.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I thought it was really good for a video game adaptation.
Yeah.
I thought it was super strong. Mario movie. It's a pretty decent movie in general. But
Yeah.
if you're into Mario,
You'll love
it might be
I
the
agree.
greatest thing of all time.
Okay,
Yes.
makes sense. It makes sense. No, I enjoyed the movie as well. I think, talking about video game adaptations, I think this might be the best one I've seen.
I mean, the original Mario Brothers movie is excellent.
Yeah, I agree. I rewatched that movie tens of times when I was I would rent it for Blockbuster, but I got so addicted to it, I just straight up bought it, and I still have the CD in my house.
Is
somewhere.
that's real?
Yeah.
CD?
Okay.
I still have it. Yeah, the CD,
DVD.
the DVD.
No, he has a CD. It just plays the audio. He had the soundtrack
I
too.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was joking. Obviously, that movie's terrible. But yeah, when I was growing up, I did watch it a bunch of times. It was like the closest thing we had. So
I think I've only seen it twice.
really,
Yeah.
twice is a lot.
Oh, I've watched it twice too many times.
Yeah. It's you have to watch it at least once. But the fact that you willingly watch it again, that's always a
I
step.
don't even.
Yeah.
I don't think I
forward.
remember what happens in the movie.
Oh, I remember very vividly.
I
What
remember
happens
it
in the
was
movie.
terrible.
I remember John
every-
Leguizamo was excellent in it, and so
Of
was Bob
course.
Hoskins.
Of course.
Rest in peace, Bob.
Rip.
Yeah. I mean, I used to watch all the adaptation stuff, whether it was good or bad, and I used to eat it up. Like we talked about this Super Mario Brother TV show
Yeah.
and the Zelda one. Like, yeah, I get it. The Zelda one sucks, but I bought it on DVD even after watching it 100 times as a kid. Like,
I've never seen it. I don't. So
we should do a watch.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, we'll get like 2 or 3 episodes in tops.
And that's it.
Yeah.
How long is it?
Oh, I don't know. I want to say like 50, I'm just gonna say a number, and it's gonna be wrong. So I'm gonna say like 15, and then I'll fact check it.
Okay, so like a
It's
season.
really short. Yeah,
Like
it
a
was
season?
yeah.
Okay, that's not that.
They would
bad.
just keep playing the same ones over and over, and then they would like pair them up with Mario and just do like an
Okay.
hour.
Okay, that's cool. So, what were your favorite parts about this movie? Now, here's where we get into the spoilers, right? I guess.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't watched this
Spoilers.
movie, fast forward maybe 5 minutes into this podcast, into this
5 minutes. We're only gonna talk for 5 minutes about this movie.
12 minutes.
Just go watch
Uh,
the movie.
Watch
Just-
the
Come back
movie
to
right
this
now.
episode.
Come back, yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
check
yeah,
the
just-
demographics to see where people stopped listening.
Yeah.
If you came back, we'll know.
But you what do you love about this movie? Why did you love it so much? Why is it the all time movie for you?
Why did I love it so much? 'Cause
It was
it just felt like
Sorry.
Mario. You know, like actually like a Mario, like a Mario game, but like as a movie. It was so cool. I think my favorite part was like all the action sequences, like the
Fighting?
platforming, the fighting, and like the Rainbow Road. That was cool.
Yeah.
But especially the platforming, because like you can like while you're watching, he does like all the moves like in the games. Like he does
Yeah.
at one point he does like a spin jump. He has like the Naruto run that he does.
He does, yeah.
Mhm. Yes,
and,
so I
like,
thought about that because when I saw it in the movie, it clicked. I was like, Naruto didn't come up with this. Mario's been doing this for years. Sorry, continue.
So yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts of the movie was like the action sequences, and they were just awesome to watch.
Yeah.
What did you think about the humor?
I enjoyed the humor, especially to me the funniest part and the best part of the movie is Bowser.
Yeah, he steals the movie.
Specifically, yeah, he steals the movie. Specifically when he's singing the Peaches song.
I liked it at first, but the fact that you sing it ad nauseum all day and night, everywhere we go, is
Makes it even better.
that's exactly what
Makes
I was
it even
gonna
better.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. That's honestly like, I don't know if anyone in the Academy watches or listens to this podcast.
I'm sure dozens.
I'm
of
sure
them
dozens
do.
of them, at least Spielberg, right? Spielberg, if you're listening to this,
Remember that I'm the only one who liked The Fabelmans.
exactly.
on
George
this
is
show.
the only one. I trashed it.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen
You
it.
haven't seen it.
Haven't
I
seen
have.
it, but I trashed
Loved
it.
it.
But Spielberg, hear me out. I need you to nominate this song, for best song of the year, right? Because nothing will beat this song for me.
Is it weird that I feel confident that after the Everything Everywhere All
That
at
this
Once
could
song
actually
was
get
nominated?
nominated?
Yeah, we might get a nomination for Peaches.
I think it should win.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen the next year. The greatest song of all time might be written.
No,
It was already.
it was
written.
already written. Yeah, by Jack Black. You know, people say music peaked with the Beatles, Queen.
What? Who says that?
Nah, man, music peaked right now with Jack Black singing Peaches.
Wait, hold up. People actually believe the music peaked decades ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people that love the Beatles, right?
I mean, I love the Beatles, but I don't think music died when they broke up.
Yeah. You should hear boomers complain about music now.
I do. I do hear boomers complain about music all the time.
But as a Gen Zer, Zoomer, you agree that music peaked with Peaches.
Worse.
You guys, you're in a weird generational kick today.
I'm sorry, it is what it is. You
Just
get me?
look around. Everywhere you go is peaches.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in Miami. There's a lot of big peaches everywhere.
Is that a euphemism?
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, to me, the Peaches song was the best part of the whole movie. It stole the movie for me. That's
Hmm.
when I knew I love this movie. This movie's for me. What
I
about
think
you?
I knew really early on. What was it? What was the first time I turned to you and was like,
Bro, I'm
Was it
pretty
the
sure
rap?
you're like the first 2 minutes. I just saw tears in your eyes.
oh, you gotta do me like that.
So it must have been during the first scene.
Oh, I should have worn my Mario hat. It's right there behind the screen.
Oh, you should have.
Yeah.
When did you first I think it was when the rap, right?
Yeah.
Bros rap, and then and then and you start seeing the Jumpman.
Yeah, when
references.
Jumpman and Wrecking Crew and Mario are all in the same room
Yeah.
together, I'm like, this is the greatest love song and the NES ever. There's 3 Mario. It's the multiverse of Mario, basically.
Yeah. You
Oh.
had 3 Marios there. You
Yeah.
had Chris Pratt as Mario, and you had
Charles Martin.
as Mario, and
And then you just had some guy as the Wrecking Crew. He wasn't a Mario, but in the original game, Mario is the main character. He is on the Wrecking Crew. So I thought it was beautiful. Plus, you have the Mario Brothers, the homage to the Mario Brothers theme
yeah.
in the commercial too, which is also an Italian,
American.
yeah, a stereotypical Italian, the Lou Albano Mario,
Mm.
which is another wrestling reference, Captain Lou, who played Super Mario in the live portion of the Mario Super Hour.
Interesting. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Captain Lou, yeah. Captain Lou Albano's he was a WWF manager. He used to wear a Hawaiian shirt, had a big beard with rubber bands in it. He was friends with Cyndi Lauper at the first WrestleMania. Anyways, he's the guy who plays Mario. He's the Do the Mario guy.
Do the Mario, swing your arm.
No, you're learning something
Upside
new.
You learn something new every
You
day
have
in this
not watched
podcast,
the
right?
shows.
So not
It's a
only
shame.
is this podcast therapy, but it's also
An education.
an education. So
Which
you're
is-
welcome. Free education to everyone that listens to this podcast.
Not like those millennials who can't pay their loans.
Yeah. Oh, finish your video games. Gosh.
You guys pay $5 for coffee.
At least finish your $60 game.
Yeah, exactly.
In the future, it's going to be $70.
In the future, we live in the future,
You're
my
right.
friend.
You're right. Now, this movie had a lot of controversy going into it, especially with the voice acting of Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Right? What do you guys think about that? Did it discourage you from watching the movie, or did it get you more excited?
The controversy got me more excited.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was like, nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, it just sounds like Chris Pratt. And I was like, I mean, I guess. They gave us very little at first
Oh, yeah,
to
for
hear.
sure.
So the Let's Go was like, oh, it's kind of a flat Let's Go, but
Yeah.
that's all we got the first time. So I was just like, it'll be fine. I know some people wanted him to just sound like the game, but I feel like that would be really grating after an hour and
Yeah.
also kind of stereotypical. So
Yeah.
I like the homages to it and the references.
I think they
but
did that well, yeah.
I think they did the right choice. They just sound like Italian American.
It was respectable, yeah.
There's an air of Luigi in the voice of
Charlie Day.
yeah. But it's his own thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like that. Peach too. Peach is like, if you disconnect what you know about Peach, that voice matches that character.
No, yeah.
Does it match the like super cliche high pitched Peach from the games? No, but we have a movie franchise that these
You gotta
characters
tell a
have
story.
to.
Exactly. No, I personally was excited about. I like Chris Pratt. I know some people don't, but I like him. I thought he was a good choice. Like you said, that first time you did hear that, let's still go. I was kind of like, ooh, flat. But that's literally all they gave us.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you know me, I don't watch trailers, so that's the only trailer I watched. But I was pleasantly surprised with. I enjoyed his voice acting. I enjoyed everyone's. I think the cast was amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons. I think that's one of the best parts of the movie, the casting.
Yeah. Even Seth Rogen, which just sounds like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, it just works.
It works, yeah.
And Jack Black really had a take as Bowser.
Bowser,
Fred
yeah.
Armisen as Cranky Kong didn't sound like Fred Armisen. I think everybody worked really hard.
I think it was good, yeah. Also, one of the things I loved about this movie was the promotions for it. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos of it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so it's hilarious. So there's these they went to the Kelly Clarkson show,
Okay.
and everyone's there. You get me? You have Chris Pratt, you have Charlie Day, you have
Keegan Michael Key, which
Yeah.
actually underrated member of the
Yeah,
cast.
exactly.
Yeah,
He played
did
a
good.
good role.
You can't really tell, to be honest. Yeah.
And right, so they had this funny section where this bit where they're waiting for Jack Black to come out, but he doesn't want to come out. So Kelly Clarkson gets up to the backstage to see where
Mhm.
he's at, and
Yeah.
you literally see Jack Black in a Bowser costume,
Really?
and he's like, "I don't want to go out."
like a full Bowser
Full
costume?
Bowser costume. He's like, "I don't want to go out." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because we all made a pact to dress up, and only I dressed up."
Mhm.
And these people like. They got the color scheme, right?
Right.
But they weren't fully committed as Jack Black.
They were Disney bounding or Nintendo bounding in this case.
What does that mean?
Okay, so you're not allowed to dress up in costume when you go to Disney World because they don't want people to mistake like cosplayers for the characters. So what you do is you'll do that. Like you'll color code. Like, oh, you can tell, oh, that's Maleficent. Like you can be green and purple.
Yeah.
But you can't be like in full costume. So that's what's known as Disney bounding.
But little kids can do it though.
Little kids can do it because no one's going to be like, this is Cinderella. Let's take a photo with her. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
That adults are not allowed to just dress up in full
Yeah.
character because then it would just be like Comic-Con.
That's
there.
true. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
No one dresses up, only children.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which might be what ends up happening at Nintendo World.
Can I dress up as Mario in Nintendo?
I don't know if they have those rules. That's the good point. Yeah,
Mm.
you can just straight up cosplay.
So, and back to this story. So they bring him back. So he's he's Jack Black, right? He's charismatic. So he's in the costume, walking around, jumping, but they blur his crotch because in his costume, it's too revealing.
Oh, right. It's like
So
bulgy.
bulgy. So it made it even funnier.
That does sound funny.
But yeah.
What else? What else? Was there others or you just like that one specifically?
I should, cause yeah.
That
I
one
thought
caught your
hilarious.
attention. I saw a TikTok recently. Someone showed it to me. 'Cause I don't have TikTok, but of where the family's in line to buy the tickets, and they're like, "Oh, 4 tickets, please." And then the ticket's like, "What movie?" And then they show them, and they're like in full costume.
Full costumes.
Yeah, the 4 of them, and they're like just confused. The little girl's my favorite. She's just like, "What?"
John Wick 4, please.
The little peach girl.
Cocaine bear, please. All right, so we talked about the voice acting, right? How we really enjoyed it. Now, one of the things that I've been seeing a lot on the internet is people predicting who should be the next voice actors for future characters in the movies, right? For example, Wario and Waluigi.
Okay, Elon Musk.
I hate you. Dang it, I hate you. You know what? Like, I don't know how much of a troll this movie wants to be, but I think it'd actually be a good one.
What?
Yeah.
That would
Be traumatizing.
You know what? I
no.
actually really love that bit, that sketch for SNL.
How?
Because it's so terrible.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. But they're trying their best to make it
I know.
work.
Those poor comedians, like, who told Elon Musk?
I really want to know what Lorne Michaels was thinking throughout this whole time.
It's like how late does Saturday Night Live run?
Like 12.
12, right? It's like
12:30,
to like
1?
12:15. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Oh,
it's like
1, 1. It's like 1 till 1.
oh, it's really to 1?
Yeah.
So it's like 12:30 when that skit goes on. And Mario's like, nobody's watching anyways.
one's going to watch this.
Worst, best case scenario, like it's so bad that it gets hits on YouTube.
And that's what it did.
And that,
Majority of those hits are mine.
yeah, it's just you rewatching it over and over.
But that's pretty. Elon Musk as Wario.
yeah.
Who else? Who else?
I saw a lot of people saying maybe like Danny DeVito as
Wario?
Wario.
That's a strong
That
pick.
would be my pick.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito as Wario.
Danny DeVito. That's good. That's
Make it happen, Nintendo. Please. You already. I wanted Danny DeVito as Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. Yeah,
But I didn't get it.
yeah. Instead, you got Ryan Reynolds, which
isn't
was
bad.
he wasn't bad, but it was the last person I
Uh,
expected.
yeah.
Although the twist at the end, it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. But wouldn't it have been better if it were Danny DeVito?
If the dad
Dad was
comes out
Dan-
and it's just Danny DeVito.
DeVito?
Man, you're right. Damn, that Pokemon movie sucks.
Ah,
Oh, you talked about adaptations. We forget about. At least
Detective
I forget.
Pikachu.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu
It's
is a
also
really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow, Nintendo's kind of on a roll.
Maybe Nintendo knows how to do things right
Finally.
with movies. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
That's true. But anyone else? Anyone? So yeah. So okay. So far we have Danny DeVito. I've heard. I think Jack Black himself said Pedro Pascal as
What?
Wario.
Why?
I don't know, bro.
Because
the
why
wor-
not? I guess.
The
'Cause-
world is simping on Pedro Pascal.
Nah, it's because they want to bring him in after that Mario Kart SNL show.
Exactly. Look how Mario Kart is inspiring Wario.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. I mean, I support your Danny DeVito pick, which was just something you got off the internet, right? But
No,
I
yeah,
support
but I
it.
support it.
But it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Now, who would play his counterpart? Who would play?
Waluigi. Okay. Oscar Isaac.
Oscar. You know what? If you're gonna have Pedro Pascal as
Oh man, that would be
Wario, you gotta
amazing.
have Oscar Isaac.
Okay,
as
if it's
Waluigi.
Pedro Pascal, then that's a
Waluigi.
serious pick. Oscar Isaac.
Dang, that's good. I do think I heard Willem Dafoe as
Ooh,
Waluigi,
That's a good.
Oh.
but that's
pick.
only for me if you get Danny DeVito. I want those two together.
I'm thinking somebody super creepy. Let's see, who could I? Thin and weird. Oh no. Okay, this is like an Elon. Okay, if it's Elon Musk, then I want Jared Leto to be Waluigi.
Ezra Miller.
Ooh, yeah, that works too. Yeah,
That's creepy enough, right?
for me, yeah. Stop following me. Okay, what about you, Nick? You got a pick for Waluigi?
Oh, I have no clue. I'm not like good with like actors and stuff. So good like I don't know a lot.
I won't ask who you guys want to be Birdo. We should just move on.
Oh. Okay.
Now I'm trying to
No, don't do it. No, we're gonna get in trouble.
Elliot Page.
Okay.
You can't get
That's
in
fine.
trouble for that, right?
Yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
fine. That was
You know, representation, right?
Mm.
Fans are fans.
taxation.
Yeah,
Taxation without representation.
exactly.
Any other characters that need? Who would be in a sequel? What characters would?
Ooh.
Well, they at the end they kind of
Well, I mean,
foreshadowed some Yoshi,
Yoshi.
Oh,
But I don't know if Yoshi
I don't
would
think
talk,
he'll
right?
talk.
but who should do the
well,
Yoshi voice?
I mean, whoever did it in the
Yoshi?
after credits.
I mean, that was just
They
the
just do the
sound.
video
It
game
should,
sound,
it should be
right?
Vin
Yeah.
Diesel.
Wait, does Yoshi talk? She does talk, right? He does talk. Sorry. You know, when I was a kid, I used to think that it was a she.
I thought Yoshi was a boy.
I mean, it lays egg. Like they lay eggs.
It
so-
lays
Oh,
eggs. That's
man.
why I thought it was a she. When I was a kid, I thought Yoshi was a she, and then they started pairing him up with Birdo.
And
So
I
I
thought they
was
were
like,
together,
oh, okay,
yeah.
so I think they're together. So Yoshi's a boy, but then I find out Birdo, and then it's like I don't know who's what,
Mm.
and then that's when I
Who
understood
knows?
modern
Wait,
identity, I
Mm.
guess, as a kid. But yeah, Yoshi lays eggs, but he's a boy, and I don't know.
They
if
should
you-
get Vin Diesel to voice Yoshi
I feel like when you introduce
but in a group voice.
no, in a Yoshi, he does a whole brand new character.
Yeah.
I think that when you meet Yoshi, right, in the little block that comes out, you have like a whole conversation with him.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
So Yoshi does talk
maybe
Yeah, but like
Vin Diesel as Dominic Toretto.
in the cartoon. Does Yoshi talk?
that's true. He does in,
Yeah.
in Super Mario World show or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
the Super Mario World show. So that's two. That's in the video game and in the cartoon. I
Okay.
guess Yoshi's gonna talk.
Okay.
Oh, you're not comfortable
I
with
don't,
that?
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
You don't think he will? You think they'll be like,
Nah.
even though it's supposed to, audiences aren't gonna.
I
react
don't think
positively
we'll
to
Let's
that?
see.
I don't think we'll talk.
Now another character that they can include is Daisy.
True.
Daisy Ridley?
Daisy
Daisy Duke?
is Daisy. What is her relationship to Peach?
Okay,
Cousins?
Princess Daisy. No, she's just a princess from a distant land.
From another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the princess in Super Mario Land, which are the Game Boy series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
Peach is not. You're not saving Peach. You're saving
saving
Daisy. Yeah, so maybe they're like cousins or something, but she's a princess from a far off
Okay.
Yeah.
land. Yeah,
Who would be a good Daisy?
the girl from the Super Mario Brother movie in the 90s. She comes back and voices Daisy, because that's who the Daisy's the princess in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Peach.
Not Peach?
true.
Yeah, Peach is
Yeah.
not in the Super Mario Brothers movie. You're saving Daisy.
Daisy, 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 Daisy.
Daisy.
I love you,
Who would-
Daisy. I think Emma Watson would be a good one.
Florence
Could-
Pugh. So Emma Watson, Florence Pugh. Anyone else? Saoirse Ronan.
How'd you pronounce it?
Shorsey?
George.
Shorsey? I just mumble it because I don't know how to pronounce
I can't
it.
pronounce it. Say,
Just basically anyone from the movie Little Women.
I know who now.
Actually, that's what they should do. They should just get like all
But-
the cast of Little Women to be Isabel and who's the one from Odyssey, back from the Donkey Kong days, right? Is that who she
Oh.
is?
Wait.
The mayor.
The jazz singer.
Pauline?
Yeah, Pauline.
Pauline.
That's from Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah. She was in the movie for 5 seconds.
Where?
When when Brooklyn's flooding
Uh huh.
and Mario turns up
Ah.
the TV. Yeah, she was the mayor of Brooklyn. She was
Oh, so she's
makes
already the
sense.
mayor.
He's already the
but
mayor.
yeah,
Okay.
but of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have brushed up against going back to the real world, a la the original film. But Odyssey made me prepared for that because it's okay. Mario can go back to the real
That's
world
true.
because he did it. He's
New
been
Donk
in New York.
City.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So
makes
it's like
sense.
the exact same thing, and there's real life humans just walking around. So this is less weird than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Meryl Streep should play Daisy.
No, Meryl Streep should play Isabel because she's like otherworldly,
Oh,
eternal.
You're right. That makes sense.
You know, interstellar, galactic.
Mm.
Oh, the Luma. Speaking of Isabel, the Luma stole the
Who
show.
is Isabel?
Am I saying the wrong name? Oh, that's from Animal Crossing. I'm sorry. What's her name?
Emelina.
Rosalina. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I play with both of them, with my niece and Isabel and Rosalina.
Mm.
I always get their
Isabel-
names wrong. I'm
Yo,
so sorry.
the Animal Crossing movie.
The Smash Brothers Endgame movie,
No,
but we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. Now, one of the conversations that Nick and I had before we watched the movie is Nick was saying that he thinks he projects that the movie will make $1 billion.
He said that long before.
Yeah, like a few
This
days
one.
before.
Yeah, no idea.
Now,
I said long before, and Link was like, "Yeah, a few days."
a few days before the movie came out. That's actually a whole week, essentially.
Okay, but you've had this idea, Nick, for a while, right?
I was like, I don't know, man.
Me too. I had my doubts.
I had doubts that it could do it because one,
That's a lot of money.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's Illumination. Now I know Illumination has made movies, animated movies that have reached $1 billion, but I don't know. I just felt like if it's not Disney, it's not guaranteed $1 billion. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I was a bit confused. Like I was apprehensive to say that it will win. It will make $1 billion. But Nick believes in the movie so much, that he said that it will make $1 billion. And as of right now, it is the highest grossing animated. This past weekend, its first weekend was the highest grossing
So close.
animated movie.
Yeah, they had the highest opening
Opening weekend.
There you go,
of
opening
any
weekend.
animated movie.
Which is kind of a misnomer, but I'm sure that other movies have had it as well too, because
Open up on Wednesday.
it opens up on Wednesday, and that all counts to opening weekend.
But you also forget that it's not out in Japan yet.
That is fair.
That is
So
true.
when
Well,
it
but
comes
I think-
out in Japan,
but I think that
it'll make
opening-
way more.
Yeah, but I think that opening is only like domestic. I think it's
Yeah.
only highest grossing domestic.
No, that's worldwide.
Worldwide opening?
Yeah.
Without Japan?
Japan, yeah, it's worldwide.
I'm gonna have to
Mm.
fact check
Highest.
that, but I'll take your word
beat,
for it.
It beat Frozen 2.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they had Japan.
I don't know.
I don't know.
don't know.
Okay.
I just know Japan's gonna make a lot because I mean
It has to,
it's
right?
Japan.
That'd
Now,
be funny.
it-
Nobody watches it.
They released the movie well. They released it on a long weekend. Good Friday, right? So more kids were able to watch it. More people were able to watch it. I'm sorry, not kids.
Well, more kids were
Were
able to
able to
watch it.
That's true. Yeah.
Which I saw a ton of kids with
When
their
we
like
watched
stuffed
it,
animals,
yeah.
action figures, their clothes, costumes.
Yeah.
It was an event.
So I could see the movie making $1 billion, right? Because it at least, although it's an Illumination movie, which, like I said, Illumination does have movies that have reached $1 billion, but it does have already a strong fan base, right? And it's not just a fan base that's 10 years old. No, it's like a 40-year-old
Yeah.
fan base, right?
Yeah. Willing to rewatch too.
Willing to rewatch and who want their children to also be part of this franchise that they grew up loving. So I could see it reaching $1 billion.
The other thing is too, having a young niece, I realized just how impactful this franchise is even before they're old enough to play the games. Because my niece was in love with the toys and the characters before she ever got her hands on a console. And it was like the Mario world was already fascinating to her, and she was already all about Peach long before she ever got to play as her or any other character.
Yeah. So here's a little thing I wanted to ask you guys, right? I'm going to list the highest grossing animated movies of all time, right? Top 10. And we're going to try to predict where this movie would land at the end of its, what do they call it? Screen time in movie theaters? I don't know.
I think it's called theatrical run.
Theatrical run. Okay, there we go. So number 10, we have Finding
Lightyear.
No.
No.
I mean, I can tell you where Lightyear is. You just have to.
Not
You're just
there.
gonna have to scroll for
You
a
just have to
while.
scroll for a
We're gonna have
while.
to vamp on camera.
Did you guys ever see that movie?
I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
we did a
I-
whole episode on it.
Oh, I
Thanks
did
for the
not.
support, Nick.
But
Oh, we did a whole episode on Pixar.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We did. We did not do a
Yeah.
whole episode.
We
So-
crash your stream every once in a while. Okay. Or
Yeah.
Just crash ours. All right. So at number 10, we have Finding Dory with one.
You couldn't find Lightyear, huh?
No.
Okay.
$1.02 billion. Number 3, we have Illumination, Despicable Me 3 with 1.03.
And that's 3.
Yeah, 1.03 billion. Number 8, Zootopia, 1.02.
That's a great movie.
That's Disney, right? And then we go to Toy Story 3, Pixar, 1.06 billion. Then back to Illumination with the Minions, $1.1 billion.
Not a fan of that one.
No.
Yeah.
Then we go to Incredibles 2, Pixar, 1.2 billion.
Interesting.
And
I remember when we saw
and
that.
this is the highest grossing Pixar movie of all time.
Really?
Incredibles 2. I mean,
Well, because the
I mean,
hype
makes
behind
sense,
it.
kinda,
Yeah.
exactly.
Usually, like sequels do like really well.
Yeah, and it's actually like a good movie. It's not great like the first one, but if it's like, even if you didn't watch it right away and you heard it was decent, you're like, I want to watch it. It's a sequel
Yeah.
to Incredibles.
After that, we it stays in Disney for the next 3 positions. Frozen, 1.2 billion.
I like Frozen.
1.29 billion.
I
right?
think it breathed new life into the fairy tale princess.
especially to Disney Animation Studios.
Yeah.
I think it solidified them as a
Powerhouse.
contender, a powerhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen 2, 1.4 billion.
I also like Frozen too. I think it expanded on the mythos. I think it's a great film. These films were not overhyped for me, so I know a lot of people will watch Frozen after like everyone talks them up and like just doesn't get it. I think it deserves to be up there.
I don't remember Frozen 2.
I never watched Frozen 2.
And number 1.
I'm glad that I had that diatribe for you guys to be like,
Yeah. We just pooped all over
Yeah.
that.
Wait, why is there no number 2?
why'd you say that out loud, man? You just broke
You just
him.
broke me, bro.
Yeah.
What the heck? Number 1, we have the Lion King remake with 1.6
But
billion.
does that even count? Like,
It's all animated.
I mean,
It technically
Yeah,
is, yeah.
yeah.
But
but
oh,
whatever.
that feels so dirty. Also, why people went out of their way to?
Because
I
it's the
don't know.
Lion King, and it was like one of the first like live action.
It's
remakes.
not live action,
I mean,
clearly.
I think
But,
The
you know,
Lion King is one of
kinda.
the most loved animated movies ever.
Yeah,
But more so than all those other movies, some of those movies are super epic on that list.
No. But the reason why it's up there is because everyone would watch it because of the.
Yeah.
Also, you had Beyonce in it.
That's fair.
Mm,
I didn't remember anything about it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. What? You've never seen it?
Nah, I should probably.
Yeah.
So here are the top 10, right? Where do you see this movie ending? Do you see it ending in outside the top 10? And if it's outside the top 10, it wouldn't. It might barely make $1 billion, right?
All right, I'm gonna say it.
But if top 5, top 3, maybe number 1,
I'm gonna say it cracks the top 10.
it cracks the
Yeah.
top 10.
9 to 7.
9 to 7. Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Nick? You're the one that has the most
I feel like it depends. 'Cause I think I
expectations for this.
I read
Depending on the week.
somewhere that it might the movie might go to streaming
I
not
don't-
like
Oh,
That's the
there
other
is
thing,
that.
too,
Yeah.
How quickly it goes to streaming.
Yeah.
I give it 45 days.
yeah, I think like around there.
Yeah.
Like 45
that's-
days.
'Cause-
Like you can like buy the movie or something like that.
No, Universal's been putting their movies direct to Peacock, like really fast. Like Megan went really fast. I forgot what other movies. There's been some recent big. Oh, Puss in
Boots?
Puss in Boots.
That's DreamWorks.
But that was after like
Oh, but
few
that's it's
months.
it's distributed by Universal
okay.
though. So it was day and date, theater and at home, because I literally went to go watch it on opening day and then bought it the same day, and in weeks it was on Peacock already.
Mm.
So I don't regret it because that movie's great,
Movie is
and
great.
I want it permanently in my library. And we rewatched it again before it came out on Peacock. But yeah, it was like 5 weeks maybe. You know.
Okay. You know
So-
what? So I don't. You know what? I will say to be the contrarian in the group. I'll say that this movie does not reach the top 10. It doesn't make $1 billion.
Okay.
Mostly because of that. What you just that
Yeah, that's a
information
good
just said
reason.
That in 45 days it's gonna go to streaming.
It's okay. Japan will carry. Japan will carry.
I
That's
mean,
also true.
That is fair. And also, how far into it is it right now in opening weekend?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You'd have to Google that.
Okay.
All right, we should.
But you know who else is gonna carry it? MarioMax.
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, yeah,
just
I'm watching
get
it tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna
Watching
keep
it
watching.
tonight,
it.
that's right.
Keep watching it.
You're watching it.
Just keep booking daily viewings, even if you don't go.
Do they get the money?
Yeah, they do get the money. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh.
I don't think I'll do that though.
No,
I don't want to take
you-
up a seat.
Also, you risk. Well, no, just
You
pick
get-
to the corner all the way over there.
I'll just pick one of the handicap companion
Yeah.
seats that no one
all the
yeah.
way in the back.
All
The
the-
one
yeah.
all the way. Yeah. You run the risk of getting your A-list canceled. Supposedly,
okay.
if
Oh,
you
yeah.
like,
If you do that a lot.
if you don't show up to a movie too many times.
No, I don't want to do that. All right, so we projected where this movie's gonna land, right? Hopefully in the top 10. Hopefully it makes $1 billion. I doubt it will happen.
You know what? I think it will. You know what? I think it'll beat Frozen 2.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
it'll be
But
number.
not the
Not-
the
not-
remake.
not
of
Lion
the
King,
Lion
yeah.
King, of course. All right.
Yeah.
But it all depends again, like how
Okay.
quickly it goes.
Also,
to
I've been
streaming.
waiting for like a long time to correct myself. It was 13th episode of the Legend of Zelda series, so I was
Oh,
close.
okay.
Yeah. So
Now, what's the future of this universe, right? This Mario universe, right? Because we got a Mario movie, right? It seems like we're gonna get a 2.
why isn't there a number 2? Seriously.
I don't know. It seems like we're gonna get a number 2 in the top 10, not Mario.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we're gonna get a sequel, but
You're right. Mario will be number 2. That's why there's not a number 2. They're
Dang.
leaving it
Yeah.
open.
They just
oh,
know.
there you go. The manifesting it.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, where do you think Nintendo goes from here, right? I'm going to dub this the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
The
MCU. Right? Do you think they start adding more franchises into their movie lineups?
Yes.
Maybe some, dare I say, Legend of Zelda?
F-Zero.
F-Zero?
Oh, I would watch F-Zero.
Cope.
You say
They will
Coke?
not add that so soon.
No. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a joke, but then instantly I was like, but imagine, because that actually would be, if you do it like a speed racer type, you do it like an anime, F-Zero.
F-Zero, that'd be pretty cool. Kind of like, Speed Racer. That's what you said.
Exactly like Speed Racer.
Exactly like
yeah.
Speed Racer. That'd be interesting.
I want them to go crazy. I want Duck Hunt the movie.
Okay.
How would that work?
Yeah.
It's just like an hour and a half of like.
Isn't that like a Looney Tunes?
Ooh, that would be
Daffy
good.
Duck, you know,
what would
the
I-
guy with the speech impediment trying to kill Daffy Duck.
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd, yeah.
How would it work? Okay, let's pitch the Duck Hunt movie if we can.
What genre would it be? Psychological thriller.
Let me see. I'm thinking of a movie where like two opposing forces, like when they're fighting. Like, what is there a movie like that? Like an animated movie, maybe? Oh, you know what? Something like Chicken Run. Duck Hunt. No? Is that...
You want it Stop motion?
Yeah, you know what? I want Aardman Studios to do it. I want the creators of Wallace and Gromit to make the Duck Hunt movie.
I think it'd be pretty cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because like Illuminations like making that duck movie. Remember when we went to the
Oh, yeah.
and then they
That
show
was
all,
a funny
they show all the
trailer.
movies they made, yeah. Oh, Despicable Me, Secret Life of Pets, Mario Bros.
Yeah, they
and
say Mario
now-
Bros before you've seen the movie. They're like, trust us. This
And-
movie's good.
And now ducks.
And then they don't show you anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good marketing
Good
technique.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, actually, all jokes aside, I joked about a Duck Hunt movie. What if they start doing shorts before the movie? Like, make a Nintendo movie and do like
That'd
Like
be pretty
Pixar
cool.
does,
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, there's like a rumored like, or like it already like exists like a Mario short.
really?
Yeah, that might like play. Well, I don't know because like
Yeah,
because
SNL
they
did
make
it.
like shorts that like when you buy like the
Like Blu-ray or digital at
the
home.
short. I think like I read online like that the box for like Mario leaked, but there was no short. But like we know that there is a short, so it might play like before like a movie or something. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
When
who
they
knows, though?
re-release it in order
Yeah.
to get a billion.
But
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
surely.
that sounds good.
Makes sense. What else? I'm scared that Illumination would be in charge of all these movies, and although I do enjoy Illumination, I don't know how I feel about them producing a Legend of Zelda movie.
Yeah,
Or
like
a
a
Metroid.
or like a Metroid.
You get me?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
the styles are kind of different. Like this movie kind of did look like a Illumination movie, right?
Right.
It's cute, adorable, right? Despicable Me-esque. But I expect more from. I don't expect cute and adorable for Metroid or
Who would you get to make Zelda?
bro. Like
ideally.
Yeah, ideally.
DreamWorks maybe.
No.
Or-
I'm going with my boys, Miyazaki. I'm going with Studio
Oh my
Ghibli.
goodness. No, that
Oh.
would be too strong. I don't wow. If they would do that, yeah, you're right. You went all out.
I went all out because
Okay.
that's a franchise
That'd be
that for
cool.
me needs to go all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we know that they can do it. You get me? Princess Mononoke's they have that style.
Yeah.
That they can do it. I think
Mhm.
they can do it in that style.
I mean, yeah, Link is pretty much just Ashitaka. Is that it?
Ashitaka,
Yeah. Yeah, man. That would be amazing.
Right?
Yeah, we'll probably get like a little short like the Grogu thing instead.
We'll get a little Birdo.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be a
Bring
Birdo
Birdo
short.
short.
Like Birdo going to the bathroom.
trying to find a bathroom. Yeah.
And they're like, no,
No.
not here.
Wait, what's
We're
that game
closed.
called again?
Captain Rainbow.
Okay,
Captain Rainbow. I gotta play
okay,
that
I'm
game.
actually interested. In
Yeah.
that game.
What about Metroid?
I think Metroid should be a little bit darker. So,
What's a dark movie? I didn't see the Cyberpunk show. I heard that was good.
maybe that one could. Yeah, maybe that studio. Even the Arcane show, right?
Yeah, okay. I was thinking about that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Arcane show. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
that style. Maybe that studio.
Yeah, maybe give them $500 billion like Arcane did.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, that would work.
Yeah.
That would work. What other movies?
Kirby.
Kirby's an easy one. Give it to Illumination.
You can give
Let
it
them-
Illumination. Yeah. You can give that.
But
to
I don't. I
Illumination,
think
no
I'd rather
problem.
have like another like Kirby series that could be made by Illumination. I don't know.
You know what? I agree with that sentiment, and I'm gonna throw it right back at you.
We love that for you.
Yeah, I think Kirby would be good, but movie. Okay, how about this? A series that leads to a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a WarioWare movie.
I think that's what the original series did, though, right?
Let it be directed by Taika.
There was a Kirby movie for the
Well,
Right Back
I
at You
mean,
series.
It was like not really a movie. It was like just 4 episodes
Oh, okay.
together,
All
but it
right.
was kind of like a movie. But it was just the last 4 episodes.
You
Just
said-
strung together.
You said Taika does what?
A WarioWare movie.
WarioWare movie. Okay.
That would be cool, actually.
I honestly think that they should release all these movies and it should all culminate kind of like Endgame style with a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Yes.
Where they're all fighting Master Hand.
Yo, a Wario Land movie and like a WarioWare movie. So cool,
Right?
actually.
Wow. Luigi's Mansion.
Yes,
Luigi's
that's the
Mansion.
one
That's
I
an-
want.
That could be another
That's the one.
Illumination one, no problem, right?
Or the other one, Donkey Kong.
Let me tell you, when I was growing up, I had some weird Mario games. I had Mario is Missing, where like you were Luigi and you have to like go through the house and
It's
like find.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, no, not exactly, but sort of. I also had Mario Teaches Typing. I had Mario Paint, and I used to compose music on it.
On Mario Paint?
Yeah,
Did you
Mario
had-
Paint
did-
had a music composer. it had a mouse that plugged into the Super Nintendo. It also had this
Yeah.
fly swatter game that you would just get carpal tunnel syndrome clicking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have Mario's Time Machine?
I did not have Mario's Time Machine, but I've heard of it. I've seen it, the cover.
I think I've played it like on the Wii. I think. Do you know how like you just hack our Wii?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a Korean Wii, by the way. You know.
Uh-huh.
Onion.
But yeah, Mario's Time Machine was on there.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not understand it at all. I
What
was
is
like 5.
Because it was in Korean.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Exactly.
That too, yeah.
Now, where does after this movie, right? We know that they're probably gonna make more movies, but where does this go? Like, what does Mario Beyond look like? What are some other things that we can expect Mario in?
Well, we talked about the theme park,
Oh yes,
and they opened in California.
recently, right?
Yeah, and I was kind of like, we should go to California.
Yeah.
But then I took a look at it, and I was like, it's kind of small. Like, it's really cramped, and I know that in Orlando it's going to be wider,
Wider.
bigger. And like last week, we had our friend Lumberjack who had just went to the Japan one, and he said it was like amazing because you're like transported. And I kind of don't want to like go to the little version of it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to wait, especially now that this movie's taking off. They just announced that they're closing Lost Continent, and forever there's been a rumor, and it's just a rumor. We don't have an indication.
Is that Jurassic Park?
No, that is that's not Sinbad. It's Poseidon. Poseidon's Fury.
Oh, okay. That.
Oh, it's
no
the-
one's ever in that area.
Yeah, it's the area that has Poseidon's Fury and the Sinbad show.
and the best restaurant ever, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
What is it called?
The best.
Mystic artifacts.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that's how good it is. Anyways, so yeah, the Lost Continent area has been rumored to be transformed into Hyrule.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if they were to do that or put Hyrule somewhere else, we also have Epic Universe coming, a whole theme park that we're not sure everything that's going in there. So the original plan was to renovate a Universal. We know they're closing Lost Continent, and there's all of Epic Universe. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of Nintendo stuff in Orlando, and I feel like they're fast tracking it, especially with this movie like running away at the box office.
Man, I'm happy for that.
I think they're already making like they're making like a Donkey Kong
Yeah.
area for Orlando.
They have an innovative minecart ride where you like, if you've ever played Donkey Kong Country,
Yeah.
you're on that
jump
track
in.
and you jump. So the cart is on an arm, so you're on a track, but you're not really on a track because you can jump and the arm holds the cart as you make a jump, and sometimes you'll drop to another track on the bottom. There's a similar, like in Hagrid's, they do that where you drop to a second track, and it would be like more consistent.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
So that sounds exciting. Looks like we're going to seeing
When does
Mario
that like
live.
when does that like come out? Like the Orlando?
It's been delayed so many times, especially because of the pandemic. But I believe the last thing I heard was 2025.
All right, 2 years.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
long enough for us to live
There you go.
to see it.
Surely.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before we end, what would you rate this Mario movie? Out of 10 or 5 stars, what would you rate it?
I mean,
I know some people do 5 stars, some people do 10.
Some people do decimals of
Decimals,
0.05.
Yeah.
Link, I'm looking at you.
And I think that's perfectly fine, right, Danny?
He's not on.
rip.
So, Nick, you enjoyed the movie the most. What would you give it? What would you rate it?
I mean,
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Or out of 5?
I mean, like as a movie, it's probably like an 8,
An 8?
8.5.
Okay.
But I mean, I personally would give it a 9 or a 10.
9 or a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, that's high praise right there.
That is high praise.
Yeah. I think I'll give it a 7.5 or 8, around there.
I'd say it's an 8, but it drops to a 7.5 if you've never
Never
played a
seen Mario,
Mario
yeah.
game or don't know anything about it, but goes up to a 9
Yeah.
if you are into the Mario franchise, because it's still not a perfect movie. You're like, yeah, this plot's moving along really
Pretty
fast,
yeah.
and these relationships are being built like in light speed.
Instantly, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, and some of the song choices maybe,
Oh,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I think it's a
Yeah.
great film, worth a rewatch.
I think it's a great worth a rewatch. I'll give it an 8. But most importantly, I think that if it's gonna win an Oscar, it's for best song. Peaches by Jack Black.
Like Blackjack.
Blackjack. All right, Mario Max. Where can people watch you stream?
Twitch.tv/MarioMax
With two
with
X's.
2 X's at
Not
the end,
three.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Three,
one.
Don't be a naughty little
2.
boy.
Just 2.
It's gonna
Just
cost
two.
you a lot more.
Yep.
Um,
Now, what games do you currently stream?
I mostly just stream like Kirby speedrunning stuff.
That's right. I don't know if people know this, but you're a Kirby speedrunner.
World record
Yeah,
holder?
I have a record in like one of the games.
Yeah. Which game?
Forgotten Land.
Forgot the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I collect all the Waddle Dees the fastest.
There we go.
2 hours, 24 minutes, 16 seconds. I probably will lower it.
And that's the
eventually.
whole game. That's beating the whole game, right? Because the Waddle Dees go throughout the whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the main game, not like the post game or like
Okay.
any of the side stuff like the treasure roads or
Right.
the add and upgrade. You only upgrade like one ability.
Yeah. So you can beat the whole game in 2 hours, but I have been on it for like 2 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
because you never complete games.
No, I play that
Shots
one with
fired.
my. Okay. That's millennials who don't do that. No, I play with my niece, so I can only play when she's over.
Don't come up with excuses.
No, it's not an excuse. That and
He is your nephew.
we're okay, but I'm not
You
playing
can
it
play
with
with
him.
him.
No, we haven't
If you
completed.
play with him, you're also a world record holder.
Actually, we haven't played it. That's not how world records work. We haven't finished Toad Treasure Tracker.
You even beat Toad Treasure Tracker?
No, we haven't beat Toad Treasure
yeah,
Tracker.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I
you
thought-
said
I
you
thought,
said.
we're like close to the ending though.
Also-
We're close to ending,
Okay.
which we do that sometimes. Get super close to ending, and we would 100% because we would go back and replay the same level to get all the stars.
Also, we haven't beaten Overcooked.
Yes,
Oh.
You
we
gotta
all.
play Overcooked.
We haven't beaten Overcooked, but like we skipped the Overcooked 2.
Yeah, yeah, because we dropped one of our partners and swapped them out for Overcooked 2, and then haven't beaten either game.
Who'd we swap?
I don't know. We dropped your brother, right? Because he was in Overcooked 1.
Yeah, who'd we replace him with?
I don't know. Was it my brother? Or did
No.
we just do 3
No.
players? Yeah, I don't know.
I think
Was
we just
it
did
with-
3.
I think we should bring back my brother. He's
Yeah.
pretty good at
Yeah,
video
he's
games.
pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so you heard it here first.
Mario Max is we're gonna be streaming Overcooked in Mario Max's account pretty soon.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Oh, good.
Do you have any social media so people can follow you, or is it just on Twitch?
Nah, just on Twitch, really.
All right. If you listen to this episode, I want to let you know that we brought gaming royalty to you, a world record holder, the Usain Bolt of Kirby's Forgotten
World.
World.
Oh, close enough.
That's not it?
Forgotten Land.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
okay.
Well, it was close.
You
But
enough.
forgot
whatever.
the land.
But the best part is I called you the Usain Bolt of it, okay? The Michael Phelps.
You should play this game. This game's awesome.
I George, yeah, I wanted to
Forgotten
play.
Land.
Is that the one where you can eat a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which-
what sold me.
It always reminds me of that Blondie song, Rapture, where they talk
Baby,
about
you
eating
can
cars.
eat my car.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, you guys can also follow us on our social medias. S for M on
Everything.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook,
Instagram.
Twitter, TikTok. All right. And just keep on supporting us. Keep on hitting that subscribe button and all of our.
Yeah. Like and subscribe to
Platforms.
TikTok so that Link can keep making them.
Yeah. No one subscribes, so I don't make videos anymore.
And I think there's one more, our merch store, which you can follow the link in the episode summary. It is, I believe it's just tpublic.com/shows/ whatever the name of the show is, S4M podcast. But again, the link is in the episode description.
All right.
The link is right here.
That's fair too.
Ha ha
Ha, ha,
ha ha.
All right, guys. Well, see you next week. And remember, keep on searching for the star and for the peaches.